Hello and welcome. I have discovered that watching more and more of these little shorts that Mickey Mouse is a jerk face and Minnie is just shallow snob. Today we're going to be discussing the Barn Dance, which released in 1929. And it's about 7 minutes long. Once again, a simple premise. Mickey goes to pick Minnie up for this barn dance. However, she also has another contender who has his car. So while Mickey has his horse carriage and uses animals again in a very abusive way, Minnie decides to go with the one contender who has a car. But that car breaks down. So then she jumps back into Mickey's horse carriage because that's her second option, and she's a little thought. Mickey wins this round. A horse is leading them to the dance, carrying them by carriage, while Mickey and Minnie are making out in the back seat. And because his tail from the horse is getting in his way, he takes a 50-pound am, whatever you want to call it, and puts it on the horse tail, making him fall. Stop being horrible and abusive to these animals. The horse tries to get revenge and throws the whatever you want to call it, in his face, which is great. Go horse! I applaud you. But Mickey ends up pulling the horse's neck and giving more harm. You're a mouse. Stop being a jerk. It's really a jerk in this. So that's about a 3-minute scene right there. Then they arrive at the dance, and it's a whole other category. The same guy that was trying to pick Minnie up before is at the dance as well. And Mickey is dancing with Minnie. However, Mickey has gigantic feet, and he keeps stamping all over Minnie's legs. So Minnie, of course, gets tired of it, and she ends up jumping in and dancing with this other guy. Because she just throws herself all around. To the whole neighborhood, apparently. Mickey has this idea to put a balloon in his buttocks so he can dance with her and float and not harm her, because that's what matters. He doesn't care about the animals, but he wants to make sure he doesn't harm this little Minnie Mouse. And ends up that the other guy takes a little needle, shoots it, and pops the balloon that Mickey has in his bum. And ends up dancing with Minnie at the end, where the last shot is of Mickey crying because he lost. This is how life was back then. It is very sexist movement, but it is infuriating watching this. And it's supposed to be a harmless cartoon, but I got really mad, and I'm just sitting there cursing up a storm while I'm watching this 7-minute cartoon. So therefore, I highly suggest that you go watch that below. Let me know what you think, and see if I'm as crazy as it was, or if you are offended by this too. Thank you, Disney. Otherwise, the animation's great, sure, but it is an enraging cartoon. Glad it's only 7 minutes long. So that is the Barn Dance. And we're going to continue tomorrow with a couple more Mickey cartoons before we move on out of the 20s and progress to the 30s/40s and actually get to better quality stuff in terms of political correctness in a sense, I guess you could call it, and just more riveting stories that are nice and morally great. Sure, I don't even know what words are supposed to be the right words to say for it, but you understand what I mean. So it's great to take a step back and see how horrible they treated people and animals in cartoons in the 20s, because you know it was a reflection of real life and that was humor back then, but it's strange. And as always, I hope you have a magical day, and I will see you real soon.